Hola, hello, bienvenidos, welcome back. As you guys can see from the title, today we're doing Pan Those Eyeshadows. So I have my update here for you guys today. I just want to give you guys a heads up. Yes, this week has been very chill for me. I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup in the last week or so because one, it's been very hot. Two, I got another procedure done on this thing right here that won't go away. So this is like a scab and I had to be careful with it. And I also got a reaction to a product I tried. Not good. So I was trying to heal my face. So that's why I haven't worn a lot of makeup. This is why you see me with very minimal makeup today. Very minimal makeup. I'm just trying to have the minimal amount just for this video. But you're here for my Pan Those Eyeshadows. I'm excited about this update. Some of these were a little bit of a surprise. I'll explain to you guys everything while we're here. But first, if you're new, welcome. Alejandra, I go by Alex, eyeshadow enthusiast with a Dash Project Pan. If you want to continue to see that content on your feed, subscribe and join us. And now let's get on with this update. Okay, you guys, as you guys can see, I clearly have a tan. This was an unintentional tan. We had soccer tournaments all last weekend, and I was legit under an umbrella with a hat and everything, but I still got a tan, so I'm trying to fix my tan going on right now. It is 90-something degrees today, so I'm very, very hot. Turned my fan off for this video, so bear in mind if you see a little bit of sweat, it's because I am sweating. All right, so let's start out with the first shadow that I have. That is coming from the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy Palette. This was rolled in last month. I rolled in the color Butterscotch. I realized that the names are above the shadow, not below the shadow. Idiot me. So this one's called Butterscotch. Now, this palette was brand new when I rolled it in, never been touched, never been used, and I've been having a lot of fun playing with this palette. Now, I will show you the picture of Butterscotch before, and this is what Butterscotch is looking like now. You could see the powder around the shadow, but you guys, I don't think I'm going to see anything out of this at all. This is such a pretty palette. I've been having so much fun with this palette for neutral days, warm tone days. As you guys can see, since I am getting a tan, these are more of the shades that I'm going to gravitate towards. I've only used this shadow 11 times, and all the 11 times have been in the crease with a fluffy brush. So I don't think we're going to hit pan. I think we're going to hit our 27 uses out of this, and it will most likely look like I barely did anything to it, because right now 11 uses and all I see is a little bit of a disturbance in the shadow. Nothing else, you guys. These are serious, and I knew that coming in. I'm not upset because I finally get to use this palette and I'm not neglecting it like I have been. So this is still staying in and I'm okay with that. Let's talk about my single. This was also rolled in from last month. This was Block a Party eyeshadow from Dose of Color in the shade Reflection. When I rolled this in, this was brand new, you guys. This is actually one of my newer shades into my collection. And I've only used this 5 times. I've been using it as an eyeliner. I found that this is the best way to use it as an eyeliner. I don't really like it too much all over the lid because it's very deep toned. And unless I'm going for a dark, almost blackened, smoky eye, I'm not going to wear it all over the lid. And it's too dark for the lower lash line. So I am wearing it today as a liner. So this is what it'll look like as a liner. You can see a little bit of the sparkle, which I like, and it's not super dark on the eye when I use it as a liner. So here's what it's looking like right now. 5 uses, and this is what it's looking like. Yes, it looks like a big dip. I'm clearly using an eyeliner brush with this, so it's going to have a dip in here. I might be able to hit pan on this one. 5 uses so far. I think I will get to pan on this, which is very interesting considering this is not a very old shadow in my collection. So this is still in, but I have a feeling I will be hitting pan on this one. Moving on to Dancing Queens. This was also rolled in last month. This is the Essence Dancing Green, and the shade I rolled in was number 6. This was a very subtle, super soft, and I needed to build it up kind of shade. And as I was using it, as you guys can see on the update, I have used it, but it was rather brand new. And you guys, I was shocked at the fact that I was able to hit a decent pan on this as well. The more I used it, the more I realized how crumbly this shade is. It's lacking the pigmentation that I would want out of a metallic. It's very, very subtle. I used it as a lower lash line kind of look, and it looked really nice on the lower lash line because it was subtle enough. And it wasn't too metallic where it really stuck out. This got used 7 times, you guys. 7 times, and look at that nice hunk of pan I got in there. My goodness. Now, I didn't use any of the other shades in here because I already had done a review on this palette. I already played around with it, and I was more interested in concentrating on that shade. I will say that I was shocked at how crumbly it was. Using it the few times that I had used it for me to review this palette, I didn't expect it to be as crumbly as it is. But as you use things more, as we all know through panning, you realize formulas a little bit more. So this one will be rolled out because I hit pan. And last but not least, this is my Pharaoh palette by Menagerie. I had rolled in the color Alpha. This is the 2nd month that this was in. And last month, I believe I only had like 12-ish uses on it. And I have used it 22 times to hit pan on this one, you guys. This is my first pan in this palette. And let me tell you, these pans are deep. They are deep, my goodness. I couldn't believe how deep these pans are. This was such a beautiful liner, and I did get a chance to use this whole entire palette, play around with other shades in it. I really, really still like this palette a ton. I really still love it. That shade was my least favorite in the whole entire palette, but it's so beautiful as an eyeliner. So I was able to hit pan in 22 uses out of it, and I was using this with an eyeliner brush. That's why the pan looks the way it does. If I was using a fluffy brush, I don't think I would hit pan on that at all. Okay, you guys, so we are rolling out 2 palettes, which means we are bringing in 2 palettes. So every month, I don't know if you guys know, but every month I update my little wheels here of anything that I've used up, anything I've decluttered, or anything I brought into my life. So this is what they're looking like now. This is most up to date. Every 30th of the month I do this, so that way I know my collection is up to date. So and this app has a new feature where it could talk to you. So we're going to hear it, her chit chat to us. Let me see. So here we go.
H Color Pop 08.
H Color Pop 08. So that is a Z palette of shadows. I was hoping to get an actual palette, but that's okay. One more palette, you guys.
Juvia's Place the Nubian.
Ooh, Juvia's Place the Nubian. Okay, so let me bring in both of those palettes, so then that way I can see if what shadow we're gonna actually play around with and roll in. Give me 1 second. Okay, you guys, so this is my ColourPop number or letter H. If you don't know, I named all of mine A through Z. If I have Z, I don't think I have that many Z palettes of ColourPop shadows, but this is my H, and in Alex's form, it's never been touched. This is what this palette looks like. I cannot even tell you what this is. What was it named? If I made it myself, I don't remember. I don't remember. It kind of looks like something I made up. I don't think they would have sold a color story like this, but it's perfect for this time of year. So let me count how many shadows are in here. 24 shadows. So we are going to see which shade we are going to pan. 17. So we have 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, I love that shade. Okay. That is called Millie, which is this shade right over here. So we're going to swatch this baby. Ooh, I am loving this. You guys, I told you I like my warm tones in this time of year, and in the summer I tend to not do a lot. because I get lazy or I'm in some body of water or just hot and bothered. So this is actually going to work out perfect. So that's Millie right there. Brand new. Let's see how many uses it takes. I think that's going to take me a while, but I'm excited that I get to play around with that. I might dabble around in here. So I'm going to leave it in here to see if I reach for anything else in this palette. I could see myself reaching for other things in this palette. So that's the first one. Now let's move on to this palette. You guys, I have been thinking about this palette to pull out since the beginning of this year. I wanted to pull this out since the summer. This is Juvia's Place's first palette they ever came out with, and it's very bland and blah, but it's the color story that I like to reach for in the summertime, especially because I don't wear a lot. Like I really slack off during my makeup wear in the summer, and this would be perfect. So we have 12 shades. So let's go ahead and see which shade we're going to do. 6, of course, somebody's at the front door. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, that might be too close. That's this one right here. Let me see how close it is to Millie. Actually, it's not. Okay. See, it's more yellow tone. This one's more red tone. So let me swatch the whole entire color story and we'll get right to it. Okay, so here is our color story, you guys, and it is summer all the way. I wanted something like this, not because I don't want to deal with colors, just I'm not wearing a lot of makeup recently. And if I'm gonna wear makeup, it's something that's gonna be quick, easy, to the point. So here we have ColourPop Millie Single in the Z palette. Then we have number 6 from the Nubian palette from Juvia's Place, Butterscotch from Too Faced, and then Reflection from Dose of Colors. So my prediction, you guys, this is so awesome. I also have my Mally Shadow Stick in Topaz. Is going to go great with these. I could get more use out of that one. I have my Sydney Grace Cream Shadow in Phoenix that I think is going to go great with this one. I'm just excited. This might seem very bland and boring, but I wanted this palette somewhere, even if it was just me using it on its own. So it worked out wonderfully, wonderfully. I'm very, very happy. So for next month, I think I'm definitely going to roll out these two. I think these two are the ones that I'm going to concentrate more on and get out. And then whichever one of these two, I have a feeling one of these two is going to be priority, because I'm going to rock a lot of this look. Prep yourselves, because I'm going to use, I'm just going to have neutral color stories for the rest of the summer, basically. Because I just want to get use out of the ones that I have. I'm not mad at it. I love my color, but sometimes I want this. I want this bronzy, coppery, goldeny, metallic kind of stuff. Like, this is what I've been craving for about a month, and I'm happy that I finally got it in this, where I'm gonna use it and love it. So this is it, you guys. I am excited. I am excited. I know some of you guys might be thinking it's boring, considering this whole entire palette had color, and there I end up with the one shade that isn't. But that's okay, because I can also get more use out of this one with these shades in here. Not a problem, you guys. I want to pull out my Natasha Denona Sunset palette for color, my bronze palette for more bronzier look. So I got it all planned all up in here. June is going to be amazing, you guys. I'm excited. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put more videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.